We'll start on our backs with our feet together and our knees dropping outward. If that feels too intense, just slide your feet a little bit further away from you. Then grab the opposite elbows. Inhale, lift the elbows up towards the ceiling, and exhale, drop them over the head. And then start breathing slow and steady through your nose. Inhale comfortably, exhale slowly. Try to keep the breath moving at a steady rhythm, in and out, in a way that feels soothing, calming, relaxing. Try to relax the shoulders, relax your inner thighs, relax the buttocks. One more breath. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your hands back to your sides. And then as you inhale, lift your knees slowly up towards the ceiling. Take a breath there, just lying with your lower back resting on the ground. And the next time you breathe out, bring the right knee towards the chest and straighten the left leg on the floor. Take a moment to hug that knee towards the chest and slowly start moving it towards the right shoulder. And then next time you breathe out, try to grab your right foot with two hands. One hand on the outer edge, one hand on the inner edge. Turn the foot up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale and exhale. Pull that foot down so the knee comes down just outside the shoulder, down towards the floor. This is a half happy baby pose. Keep the lower back flat and resting on the ground. Take one more breath. From there, slowly bend the straight leg, the left leg, and put the foot flat on the ground. Then take the right ankle and place it on the front of the left thigh. Put your hands by your side, take an inhale. Exhale, bring the left knee towards the chest with this whole structure. Keep your hands by your side for one more breath. And the next time you breathe out, add your hands to this. So right hand between your legs, left hand from the other side, grab your left knee or the left thigh and pull towards the chest. We take a couple of breaths, trying to pull a little bit closer every time you exhale, and notice how this feels in your body. One last breath in this pose. And the next time you breathe out, slowly release this, put both feet flat on the ground. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, hug the left knee towards the chest and straighten the right leg on the floor. Take a moment to bring that knee towards the chest a bit closer, and then slowly start moving it towards the left shoulder. On your next exhale, grab your left foot with two hands, and as you inhale, turn the foot to face up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pull it down right by your side towards the floor. Make sure the lower back is completely flat on the ground. Keep the straight leg long. Take one last breath just to notice how this feels. And the next time you breathe out, bend the right leg, put the foot flat on the ground. Take your left ankle and place it on the front of the right thigh. Take an inhale, put your hands by your side. And exhale, start bringing the right knee towards the chest without the hands. And then next time you breathe out, you can add your hands. So one hand between your legs, the other from the other side. You can grab your right knee or you can grab the back of the thigh, pull towards the chest. Feel this whole structure, this kind of figure four shape, moving closer to your chest as you exhale again. And notice how this feels in your body for one more breath. And the next time you breathe out, release this thing and put your feet flat on the ground. Take one breath to relax your lower back. And then as you exhale, bring both knees towards the chest. Open them a little bit wider so they're about shoulder width apart, maybe a bit wider than the shoulders. And now we're going to do a full happy baby pose. So hands sliding through the inner thighs and grabbing the outer edges of your feet. Turn your feet up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Bend your elbows out and pull your feet down towards the floor as you exhale. And here too, you want to keep the lower back as flat as you can on the ground. Couple of breaths there. Notice what happens if you pull a little bit more without forcefully doing it. Then take an inhale, and as you exhale, release everything. Turn over to your side and slowly come up to all fours position. Take a breath here to just feel grounded. So spread your fingers, press the back of the feet down. And then we're going to start moving the hip in circles. So you can imagine the tailbone moving in circles, and that will move your entire hip. So start moving the tailbone in a circle to one direction. Try to make that circle as big as you can. Make sure it's moving to all directions, up, down, right, and left. And then slowly change the direction of the movement. Notice how you feel around the hip. How does it affect your spine? Allow the spine to move freely. And then slowly stop at a neutral position. Take an inhale. As you exhale, keep the right knee bent, but lift it back and up as high as you can lift it. Prepare to move that knee in big circles to any direction. So whenever you're ready, start moving that knee in big circles. Especially when you lift it to the side, try to lift it a bit higher. And then slowly change the direction of those circles. And then next time you inhale, just lift the knee about 90 degrees out to the side. As you exhale, turn your gaze and look at that knee. Try to lift it a little bit higher without lifting the right hip, without lifting the right buttocks. One more breath, lift that knee a little bit higher. And then as you breathe out, slowly put the knee down on the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the left knee back and up. Take a breath there. Keep the weight equally on two hands, and then start moving that knee in circles, any direction. Just move it in a big circle, especially when you lift it out to the side, lift it high, and then change the direction of the circle to the opposite direction. Again, big movement. And then next time you inhale, lift the knee out to the side about 90 degrees out. As you exhale, look at it so you can see that you're lifting it a bit higher without lifting the hip so much. Keep the hip more leveled. Take one more breath to see how far you can lift that knee. And then as you exhale, set that knee down. Inhale, turn your toes, spread your fingers. Exhale, push the buttocks back and up for the downward facing dog. Now the first downward facing dog, take your time. You can bend your knees. You can open your feet wider. You can pedal the legs. We're just going to stay a few breaths here, so make yourself comfortable. And just see that you breathe smooth and slow through the nose. Be mindful of your inhales. Let the air come in slowly and smoothly. Be mindful of your exhales. Breathe out slowly. Make sure you breathe out fully. Take one more breath there. Next time you inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and then exhale, slowly walk to the front of the mat. Once you find yourself at the front of the mat, open your feet apart, grab the opposite elbows, and just let yourself hang there. You can bend your knees if you need, as much as you need. You can move a little bit side to side, release the spine, release the back of the legs, release the shoulders. Take another breath. Next time you breathe out, release your hands, bend your knees more, and then with an inhale or two, come up to standing with a round back, allowing the vertebrae of the spine to stack up one on top of the other slowly. And once you're standing upright, bring your feet together, keep your hands by your side, and take one more breath. We're going to start moving with the breath. So breathe all the way out. Inhale, reach the arms out to the side and up towards the ceiling. Bring the palms together, look up. Exhale, fold forward. You can bend your knees as much as you need. Touch the ground with your fingertips. Inhale, press the shins. Lift the chest, lengthen forward, open the heart. And then exhale, fold again and drop the head. Inhale, press your feet down, rise up to standing. At the end of the movement, palms together, look up. Exhale, hands down by your side again. Let's continue from there. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, palms together, gaze at the back of the thumbs. Exhale, fold, bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale, keep your feet grounded. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, touch the ground or press your shins. Exhale, fingertips down, step the right leg, big step back, and then put the knee gently on the ground. Inhale, rise up here. Drop the hip down a bit. You can stay with your hands down or take one more inhale and reach the arms up in the air. Exhale, put your hands down on the ground. Push yourself to the downward facing dog position. Take one breath in downward facing dog. Next time you inhale, lift the right leg up in the air. Doesn't have to be high, just reach the heel back. Exhale, step it forward to the outside part of the right hand. You might need more than one step to reach there. Put the other knee gently on the floor. Walk your hands forward a bit, and then you can either stay with the chest lifting forward, dropping the hip towards the front of the mat, or you can come down onto your elbows for the lizard pose. We'll stay 2 or 3 breaths there. See if you can tuck the tailbone under and continuously drop the hip forward and down, especially the right side of the hip. One last breath. We're going to try to transition to the next pose as slowly and mindfully as we can. So inhale, walk your hands back, lift the chest. Exhale, step the other foot forward to the outside of the left hand for the squatting position. So arrange your feet. Maybe you need to open them wider, maybe turn them out a bit. Lower the buttocks and bring your hands together in front of your heart. Remember, you can always lift the heels up in the air. Just going to stay a couple of breaths. So press with your elbows against the shins and send the chest forward a bit more. And then next time you breathe out, put your fingertips on the ground, lift the heels up. Inhale, lift the buttocks up, and then slowly drop the heels, bring your feet together. Make sure you breathe all the way out. And then as you inhale, rise up to standing with the hands reaching out, palms together, gaze up. Exhale, hands by your side. Then we'll do this again, the other side, so breathe all the way out. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms together. Move with the breath. Exhale, fold with the breath. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, fingertips on the ground, step the left leg back. Put the knee gently on the ground. Inhale, rise. Exhale, drop the hip down a bit. Then inhale, you can stay there or reach the hands up in the air. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to stay there for a breath. Next time you inhale, lift the left leg up in the air, send the heel as far back in space as you can. Exhale, step the foot to the outside of the left hand. Put the other knee gently on the ground. Walk your hands forward. Tuck the tailbone under. You can stay with the hip dropping forward and down like this. You can even come down on the elbows if that's available for you. And hold 2 breaths here in the lizard pose. And the next time you inhale, walk your hands back, lift the chest. Exhale, step the right leg to the front, again to the squatting position. But this time, you want to lift the buttocks up a bit and open your feet to yoga mat widths, with the feet parallel if possible. So your feet are pretty wide, and the buttocks and knees are at the same level. Keep your hands on the floor for a moment and send the chest forward. Try to bring your spine to a parallel position, parallel to the floor. Now, imagine something is pushing your outer thighs in, resist. So you want to push the outer thighs outward. Imagine you have a rubber band around your thighs and you're trying to stretch it out. And then you can either stay with the hands down on the floor or reach the hands forward alongside your ears for a couple of breaths. This is kind of a variation of a squat. Notice what it feels like to keep the spine long and spacious here. One more inhale. Then as you exhale, drop the hands down to the floor. Lift the buttocks up slowly, slowly. You don't have to straighten the knees, whatever works for you. And then whenever you're ready, inhale, lift the chest a little bit. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist. Bend your knees if you need to. And inhale, rise up to standing. Keep your hands on your waist and start shifting the weight towards your left foot. As you inhale, lift the right knee up in the air, turn it to the right, and put it slowly on the toes down on the ground to your right. As you exhale, lift the knee out through the right, forward, and then put it down right in front of you on the toes. And again, inhale, lift the right knee up, turn it to the side, put it down. Exhale, lift it up, bring it forward, and put it down. Make sure you don't put your foot flat, just touch the ground with your toes. One more time. Inhale, lift the knee up and to the side and then down. And then exhale back to where you started and put your right foot flat on the ground. Shift the weight towards the right foot. Inhale, lift the left knee up in the air, turn it to the left, put it down on the toes. Exhale, lift the knee up to the side, forward and down right in front of you. Inhale again, lift the knee up, turn it out to the side, touch the ground with your toes. Exhale, lift the knee up and back down right in front of you on the toes. One last time. Inhale, lift the knee, turn it to the left, down. Exhale, lift it up, bring it forward, put it down, and flatten your left foot on the ground. Shift the weight towards the left foot again. Inhale, lift the right knee up, turn it to the side, grab the foot and bring it in for the tree pose. You can place it against your inner thigh or against your inner shin. Find your balance and then bring your hands together in front of your heart. And see if you can open your bent knee a little bit further out to the side, keeping the hips squared. Try to find your balance by fixing your gaze in one place. And if that feels right, for 2 more breaths, reach the arms up in the air. And then on your next inhale, slowly bring the hands together in front of the heart. Exhale, put the foot down, hands on the waist, shake the legs out a bit. Let's prepare for the other side. Shift the weight towards the right foot. Inhale, lift the left knee up, turn it out to the side, grab the foot, and place it against the inner right leg, anywhere that feels comfortable for you. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, find your balance. See if you can open that bent knee a little bit further out, keeping the hips squared. And then for 2 more breaths, you can reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, bring the hands together in front of your heart. And exhale, set the foot down. You can shake the legs a little bit. Prepare for a little bit more movement. So feet together at the front of the mat. Breathe all the way out. Inhale, reach the arms up in the air, palms together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen. Exhale, step the left leg now. Big step back and put the knee gently on the ground. Inhale, rise, and if it's possible, reach the arms up in the air. Exhale, downward facing dog. So hands down, push, and step the front foot back. Then as you inhale, shift the weight forward to the plank pose. Hold the plank for 1 breath. Prepare for landing on the ground. You can always put your knees first, and then hold the belly in, breathe out, and lower down all the way to the ground. Turn the back of the feet flat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders back slightly, lift the chest forward and up. This is your Cobra. As you breathe out, come up on your knees, turn your toes, find yourself back in the downward facing dog again. Take a couple of breaths in downward facing dog. Try to lengthen along the spine. And then as you inhale, lift the left leg up in the air. Exhale, step it forward right between your hands. You might need more than 1 step to reach there. Now you want to turn the back foot flat with the heel in, toes out. And then slowly take your left hand and place it flat on the ground on the inside of your left foot. Find a connection between that left shoulder and the left knee. And then as you inhale, turn the chest up towards the ceiling and reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. Now really start turning the chest up. And as you do, turn the hip up as well with it. So you want to rotate your right thigh outward a bit, feeling the growing area expanding, trying to stack the right buttocks above the left buttocks. Take 1 more breath there. Next time you breathe out, turn the gaze and look down towards the floor. Inhale, rise up slowly to Warrior 2, keeping your feet as they are, the legs as they are. Reach the arms out to the side, lengthen through the top of the head. Take another breath in Warrior 2. Open your inner thighs a bit wider. Then next time you breathe out, bring your hands to your waist, turn the left foot in and bring your feet to parallel position, knees straight if possible. Take an inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, open the heart, chin down. Exhale, fold forward halfway and put your hands flat on the ground. Inhale again, lengthen the spine. This is Prasarita Padottanasana. Exhale, bend your elbows and drop the head down towards the floor. Hold here for 2 or 3 breaths. If you need to open your feet wider, do that. If it's too easy, bring your feet a bit closer. Try to keep your front thighs a bit more firm, as well as your inner thighs, so the feet are actually very active. They're pressing down. Inhale, lift the chest forward, press your feet down. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist. And then with strong legs, inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, turn towards the front of the mat and step in the front of the yoga mat. Hands by your side. And then inhale, reach the arms up again, palms together. Exhale, fold, moving with the breath. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fingertips down, step the right leg back. Big step, put the knee down. Find stability. Inhale, rise with the hands up or down. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly moving towards the plank pose. Belly engaged. Exhale, lower down to the floor with or without your knees first. Inhale, Cobra. Find length along the spine. This is more important. And exhale, knees, toes, downward facing dog. Hold downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. Slow it down a bit. Make sure when you breathe out all the way. Next time you inhale, lift the right leg up in the air. And then exhale, just swing it forward and place it right between your hands. Turn the back foot flat. Heel in, toes out. Right hand on the inside of the right foot. Find a connection between the right shoulder and the right knee. Use that connection. Turn the chest up and inhale, reach the left hand up in the air. Try to bend the right knee a little bit more and press the straight leg, the back leg, down towards the ground through the foot. Turn the hip and stack the buttocks one on top of the other. Take one more breath there. Just notice how this pose feels. Then breathe out, look down towards the floor. Keep your legs as they are. Inhale slowly up to Warrior 2. Lifting the top of the head up, reaching the arms out, lengthening the spine upward, keeping your feet firmly grounded. And then next time you breathe out, hands on your waist, turn towards the side and open your feet 45 degrees out, bending your knees out to the side. Open your inner thighs a bit wider. Position your hip at the same level as your knees if possible. You can always open them wider, your feet, or bring them closer together. And then slowly bring your elbows to the inner thighs. And then with your elbows, open more space between your thighs. You can imagine holding a balloon that keeps on getting bigger and bigger as you breathe. Couple more breaths there. Then breathe in and slowly rise up, straightening the knees. Breathe out, turn towards the front of the mat and step forward, stand at the front of the mat. Open your feet wider. You can turn them out a bit if you need. And slowly lower down to a squatting position again. We're going to hold it a little bit longer. Bring the hands together in front of your heart. Use your elbows to really press the shins back and lift the chest forward and up. If you want to make this more challenging, you can put your hands down for just a moment and bring your feet to a more parallel position. Maybe even close them together a bit more. Take another 3 breaths. If you feel very comfortable here, close your eyes. Breathe in smoothly and slowly. Breathe out slowly, mindfully. One more breath. And then from there, we're just going to put the hands behind us and breathe out and sit back on the buttocks. Then open the left leg out to the side about 45 degrees straight out. Bend the right knee in and put the right foot facing the inner left thigh. Keep yourself facing right between your legs. Take an inhale, maybe hands behind you, maybe by your side. And then exhale, see if you can move forward and start walking with your hands forward. Keep the straight leg actively straight, and then you can allow one side of the buttocks to lift. That's no problem. Take one more breath, see how far you can walk with your hands. Notice how this feels in your body. And then next time you inhale, walk your hands back and lift the chest up. Exhale with your hands by your sides, switch sides. Right leg straight, about 45 degrees out. Left knee bent and foot moving in, facing the inner right thigh. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, start shifting weight forward, walking with your hands forward. Take another couple of breaths and just see how far your hands can take you without forcing anything. Take one last breath there. And then inhale, slowly walk with your hands back and rise. Let's take Bada Konasana. Bring your feet together and drop your knees out. You can slide your feet further away from you if you want. That will be easier. Or you can bring the feet closer to you. And then grab your feet. Inhale, pull the feet a bit and lift the chest. And then exhale, either stay there or start pulling your chest forward and down. If your elbows can stay close to you and touch the inner thighs, use them to open the inner thighs a bit more. Don't force your knees to come down. Just focus on lengthening the inner thighs, opening them out to the side a bit more while dropping the chest forward and down. Take another couple of breaths there. And then make sure you breathe all the way out first. And then inhale, slowly rise up. Bend your left knee in a little bit more. And grab your right foot, put it flat either on the outside of the left knee or if you want it easier on the inside of the left knee. And then you're going to put the right hand right behind you on the fingertips. Inhale, lift the left hand up in the air, and exhale, hook the elbow across from the knee. You can also just hug the knee with your elbow. And then start twisting slowly. So drop the right buttocks down. Inhale, lift the chest up a bit. And exhale, use the elbow to twist, pressing it against the knee and turning the collarbones to face the back of the yoga mat slowly. Take another couple of breaths there. Notice how it feels along your spine. And then inhale, turn the gaze forward towards the front of the mat. Exhale, release your hands and put them by your side. Now from there, we're just going to cross our shins as close as we can towards the knees. So bring your right shin in front of the left shin, lift the knees up in the air, slide your feet forward slightly, and see if you can cross them as high up as you can towards the knees. Once you find the position, drop your knees out. So you want to reach a position where your knees are in and your feet are sticking out. The shins are parallel to one another. Take an inhale with your hands in a comfortable position, lifting the chest, and exhale, walk your hands forward as far as you can. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you can do the double pigeon. Get your right ankle on top of your left knee and then fold forward the same way with your hands reaching forward. So this is an option. We're going to stay for about 3 breaths or a little bit longer, trying to really notice how this position feels in our body, reminding ourselves to breathe slow and smooth, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. One more breath here. And the next time you inhale, with the support of your hands, slowly walk back and lift the chest up. Same thing we're going to do on the other side. So we're going to bend the right knee in like an arrow shape. Take the left foot and place it on the outside of the knee or the inside of the knee, whatever works for you. Left hand behind you on the fingertips for support. Inhale, reach the right hand up in the air, and exhale, hook the elbow across from the knee. You can also just hug the knee. Take another inhale, lift the chest, drop the left buttocks down, and exhale, twist using your elbow, turning the chest towards the back of the yoga mat. I'm going to stay a couple of breaths. Notice how this feels here. Keep your base grounded. Keep your breath open, free. Next time you inhale, turn the gaze forward. And exhale, come out of the pose, hands by your side. Crossing the shins again. This time the left will be in front of the right. Try to cross them as high up towards the knees as you can. Lift the knees, cross them high up, slide the feet slightly forward, and then you can drop the knees out and down. So the knees are inward, the feet are sticking out slightly. Take an inhale there, and exhale, walk your hands forward as far as they take you. Remember, you can do the double pigeon, placing the left ankle on top of the right knee with your shins parallel, one on top of the other. That is more challenging. Make sure you do what is appropriate for you. We'll stay 3 more breaths, noticing the effect that it has on our body, aware of the experience as we breathe, elongating the breath a little bit without creating tension. One last breath here. Then as you inhale, walk your hands back, lift the chest, and exhale very slowly, open your legs wide so your legs are straight, and you might be able to find a 90-degree angle between your legs if that's possible. Otherwise, do less, of course. Inhale, hands by your side or behind you, lift the chest, and keep your legs straight but active, so heels reaching out, the back of the legs pressing down. You can either stay there or start walking your hands forward and folding in Bada Konasana. See how far your hands can take you without forcing anything while keeping the sitting bones grounded. Take another 2 or 3 breaths there. And then from there, breathe all the way out. As you inhale, walk your hands back, lift the chest. And then as you exhale, slowly lie down on your back and hug the knees towards the chest. Take a moment just to find this position. We're starting to head towards the end of the practice. But first we're going to put the feet flat on the ground with the heels close to our buttocks. Open your feet about hip width apart for the bridge pose. Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Press your feet down and inhale, lift the hip up in the air. Exhale, shoulder blades in, interlace your fingers. And take another inhale to really open the heart area and the front of the hip, the growing area, the upper front thighs. The belly is stretching a bit. Feel the skin in the front of the body becoming more spacious. Maybe your pelvis feels a bit lighter, starts to float up in the air. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, drop it down slowly. And then slowly bring your knees back to your chest. And then hands by your sides, straighten the legs up towards the ceiling. Take a breath with your legs straight up. You can always bend your knees if you need. And then as you inhale, start opening your legs out to the side. Keep them as straight as you can. Keep the lower back resting on the ground and reach your feet out in this position. See if you can open them a little bit wider without forcing anything, and either stay there for 2 or 3 more breaths, or reach the hands forward right between your legs, lift the chest, lift the head. Imagine you're trying to reach somewhere far away, but you want to reach for something that is really important. So squeeze the belly a little bit, feel the core more engaged, see if you can reach a bit further for the last inhale. And then exhale, drop everything down. Bring your knees back to your chest, do a little bit of movement from side to side, a little bit of circles, whatever feels nice for your lower back. And then very slowly, whenever you're ready, one leg at a time on the floor straight, drop your feet out, rest your hands by your side, close your eyes, take a slow inhale. At the end of the inhale, open your mouth, and then empty all the air through your mouth. You can repeat this another once or twice if you need to, releasing tension from your body through the breath, and eventually dropping your body to Shavasana, the final pose, the resting pose. Take another moment to make sure your body is relaxed, or as relaxed as can be at this moment. If you need to do any changes, any modifications, do that. And I recommend you stay here for a few minutes, if you can. I'm going to leave you here. You stay as long as you can, and if you have time, please stay. Let the body rest. Let your practice, your efforts sink into your body, be processed, be absorbed, and try to just enjoy relaxing. Enjoy letting go. So I'm going to wish you a wonderful rest of the day, and thank you for practicing with me, practicing with this video. Looking forward to sharing yoga with you again in any platform. Enjoy the pose, enjoy your day.